it swept her like a wave. Turn around, we'll live with one foot in the grave. She watching all the things she used to love fade away. Yo, Eric, what tuning besides drop D is your go-to? To be honest, man, most of the time I'm using standard tuning. I love using capos though to like dramatically change the feel and the sound of the guitar, and it is just like it creates such a neat feel, like the mandolin vibe or whatever. But one of the other tunings that I like is what do they call it? Is it like open E tuning? It takes forever to get into, but Keith Richards uses it a lot, and it's so cool that you can create these really neat classic rock sounding things. But yeah. So anyways, I just wanted to hop on and just hang and answer any questions anybody has. My Folk Guitar Masterclass enrollment is ending tomorrow night, and I just added a sick new bonus for anybody that enrolls, and it is the home recording jumpstart workshop. My thought was just like after you go through the masterclass and you nail that like nostalgic folk feel, that you're going to want to share those tunes with the world. So I thought it would be a really awesome workshop to take people from basically no recording knowledge to being able to record and mix and edit and release solo guitar and vocal tracks that sound radio ready, that sound competitive with the Spotify quality, and that you'd be proud either to release as an artist or share as just somebody who wants to give tunes to their family or their friends, or if you want to record really sick sounding demos or whatever. But thought that would be a neat bonus, the home recording jumpstart workshop. So yeah, if anybody's got any questions about folk guitar in general or about the masterclass, definitely just hit me up in the comments, or just write the word masterclass if you're interested in enrolling. And after, I will go through all the comments and I will send you a link so you can get more information. But yeah, so until those questions roll in the meantime, I'll just play a tune or two, and just feel free to just throw them in the comments there. In the masterclass, I divide the Yo, Eric, what's up? Yeah, sure. So the overview of the masterclass, it's a self-study program that is 5 new modules released every week for 10 weeks. And it is based around the 5 pillars of folk guitar. So that would be expressive strumming with a pick, so how to get that like nice dynamic emotional feel with a pick, folk ornamentations, and folk chord voicings, so that would be inversions, kind of the vibe to like get you out of the cowboy chords. There's nothing wrong with the basic open chords, but just having more of that nostalgic old-timey folk feel in your chord voicings. The 4th pillar is Travis picking finger style. from just learning the basic pattern to adding melodies to your finger picking at the same time. And then the fifth pillar is expressive finger strumming. So that is being able to get that percussive emotional feel without a pick as well. So again, we've got expressive pick strumming, folk ornamentations, folk chord voicings, Travis picking, and expressive finger strumming. And it's $299, and it is 5 modules per week for 10 weeks, one from each of those pillars. So that's 50 plus modules. So the idea is that it can take you from I guess, kind of like unspecialized beginner or intermediate beginner, like from just the basic, like I play acoustic guitar, from that sort of unspecialized vibe to highly stylized folk guitar sound in that 10 weeks. And it also includes weekly live Zoom Q&A calls. So everybody that joins can log on at 8:30 Wednesday night EST, and we can work through roadblocks in real time. We'll all have our guitars in hand, and we'll just kind of, if you've got something that you want feedback on, or you've got a question about, we're there in real time. So there are 10 of those, one per week. And then also it includes a private Facebook group where you can upload videos of your playing, and I will get back to you with my own videos so you can get playing feedback from me. And the masterclass also includes, for this round, it includes lifetime access to the curriculum and lifetime access to every single update that I ever make to this thing in the future. So there will be improvements and iterations, like every course does. There's things that evolve, and it'll include access to that. So, and lastly, the masterclass also includes the home recording jumpstart workshop bonus. So that was everything in a nutshell, Eric, if that answered your question there. And if anybody else has any questions about the masterclass, let me know. If you're curious about it, it's folkguitarmasterclass.com. You can check it out. Enrollment ends tomorrow night, and it'll stay closed until 2025, and that home recording jumpstart workshop bonus will go away as well. But if anybody's got any questions about the masterclass or anything else guitar related, folk guitar related, I'm here for you. So let me know what's on your mind. And in the meantime, I'll play the verse to one of my tunes. Here we go again, slipping away for a star mental vacation. Get there right out of Pelham Bay without getting off the floor. Yeah, I'm taking me a holiday. The weed is like a station, just 8 and 9 miles away, just floating through the door. Friendly poisons waiting with a grin. They take off their shoes and I invite them in. So I don't care. What's up, guys? James here, hanging in my basement cave and in the deep woods of Connecticut, here to answer any questions about folk guitar playing, about my folk guitar masterclass. Enrollment is closing tomorrow night. And we just announced a new bonus today. that anybody that enrolls gets the home recording jumpstart. That's definitely going to be on my Spotify rap this year. Nice, dude. That's great. How have you been, you sassy boy? Reggie, I'm at a campfire guitarist level. I know chords and some songs here and there and can play all basic and bar chords, but I am stuck now. What do I do? Okay, so Reggie, or Redgy. So my suggestion to you would be to think about, like, what direction do you want to head in? Like, you got the basics down, which is great. That's so much further than most people get. So you should be really stoked on that you can do basic chords. You're probably feeling like you got, basic strumming pattern under your belt, bar chords. That's all really awesome. So that is sort of like your foundational level guitar playing technique. So from there, what I would suggest you do is sort of think, where do you want to branch out to? I mean, there are just a million genres. And if you're still here, Reggie, 6:30, let me know what genre it is that you are stoked in. Like, what are some of your favorite artists? Think about, like, what artists do you love that you'd want to play like? And from there, I would just go deep on... Nice, cool. So, what genre are you into? Like, what artists do you love? Because my suggestion would be to just go deep on the techniques that genre employs. Because there's so much different stuff out there that is a blast to learn, but it would be really... you'd be much more focused to hone in on one style, at least for a while. So, like, when I first started, I was all about metal, and I focused everything metal. And in a couple of years, I felt pretty comfortable with that genre. When's the sludge metal course available? That's next, dude. So yeah, I got comfortable with metal, and then I became inspired by folk singer-songwriter music when I heard Rust Never Sleeps by Neil Young and Freewheelin' by Bob Dylan. I don't know why, what I was on at the moment I heard those records, but they just blew my mind wide open. I was like, fuck, I got to learn how to play like this. And I went super deep on the folk singer-songwriter genre for guitar. But so probably country and blues. Oh, dude, you got to check out a guitarist named Daniel Donato. He's got a course on what's the name of that guitar online course platform? It's not Up Music or something, I forget. But just look up Daniel Donato country guitar course. You'll love it. That's definitely the way to go. Definitely the way to go. Because country is such a cool combination of, like, in my mind, and anybody out there can rip me to shreds on this. I'm not too proud. I'm just like a doofus in a basement. But country feels like a mixture of, like, at least the country course that Daniel Donato teaches. It feels like it's sort of a mixture between blues and folk music, sort of like that intersection. Yeah, it's kind of got that bluegrass chicken picking thing. Yeah, so that would be my suggestion to you, man. Check out Daniel Donato and his course on country guitar. I think you'll absolutely love it. So, great question. I saw somebody in here. Thank you, everybody, for hanging, for joining. Katie Lynn, what's up? How are you? We got some folks in the We got some folks in the chat room here who are already members of the Folk Guitar Masterclass, and we drop our first 5 modules on October 23rd, and then every week, 5 new modules come out, one from each pillar of folk guitar: expressive pick strumming, folk ornamentations, folk chord voicings, Travis picking, and expressive finger strumming. And we launch our first modules on Wednesday the 23rd, and we also have our first live Zoom call. I'm fucking so stoked. The people who have joined have already been so cool about sending emails, and such a good vibe. Been thinking about picking up guitar. Where should I start? Oh, the Sage has joined us. Yeah. You're something else, Braden. The busiest guitar teacher on Instagram is here with us today, guys. What else have I been listening to lately? I've been listening to a good amount of Blitz and Trapper. Man, I'm just such a sucker. Those guys are so good. I've been listening to a lot of Bill Evans Trio, particularly Portrait in Jazz. I have also been listening to a lot of Converge, You Fail Me. It's kind of across the board. My 3 main genres are folk, singer-songwriter, like old school, like New England metalcore, and jazz trio, piano trio. Those are my 3 main genres. So like I kind of rotate in that circle. Yeah. Good question. How about you guys? What's everybody listening to? Give me some good things to check out. Like honestly, I've been hanging in this basement studio so much, like glued to my airplane cockpit studio recording gear, creating modules for this Folk Guitar Masterclass, that I really haven't been listening to a ton of music other than when I take my kids to school or something, and we blast Cannibal Corpse in the car, and I say it's Cookie Monster music, and my 3-year-old thinks it's funny as hell. But Sonny Rollins, yeah, nice, man. That's cool. One of my buddies loves Sonny Rollins, and I'm late to the party. I gotta dive in. Dream. Okay. What's the vibe on that? Sonny is the phrasing king. That's awesome. I've got a pal who is for the metal kick Dream. I've got a pal named Ryan Gaughan. His Instagram is Ryan Gaughan Guitar Coach, and this dude is the phrasing king. I played my first show with Ryan like 20 years ago at this dive bar in the suburbs of Pennsylvania, suburbs of Philadelphia, and he was the best lead guitar player that I'd ever seen then, and he continues to be. And if you're into like going from beginner to like a much more what's the words he used, like soloing like a language, this dude is awesome to check him out. Ryan Gaughan Guitar Coach. And anyways, Braden, you said phrasing king. I've always thought that about my buddy Ryan. It's just like when you've got good phrasing, you're set. Yeah, cool. Good comments here. If anybody else has any questions about anything folk guitar related, anything about the Folk Guitar Masterclass, which enrollment is closing in about 26 hours, 27 hours. And I just announced today that I'm adding, it's just me and, well, my wife has been a huge help. She's been helping with admin and stuff. But I just added a new workshop bonus. My buddy Trevor Leonard and I, who is an incredible sound engineer, we're going to be collaborating on a workshop called the Home Recording Jumpstart. It's for solo singer songwriter guitarists, and it's designed to take you from not knowing anything about recording to being able to release awesome sounding tracks, which gear to get, and like how to avoid the pricey bullshit that you just don't need at this point. The best practices for getting good sounds for recording a guitar, an acoustic, and a vocal, and the most crucial editing and mixing moves to get what you recorded sounding up to volume, sounding clear and beautiful and balanced on an EQ spectrum. And it's going to be an awesome course. So anybody that enrolls in the masterclass is going to get that. Yeah, so one time when I was flying out to a show, I checked this guitar, and I don't give a shit about dropping names here anymore. It was on United Airlines, and it was the most important show of my entire life at that point. My childhood hero, Beck, Loser, and Where It's At, Odelay, like that Beck, heard my band on YouTube of all fucking places, and was like, hey, will you come play this album release show for my album Songreader? And they flew us out for one 2.5 minute song. We were just like absolutely shitting ourselves. On the flight over, I sat next to a really awesome dude, and I was drawing pictures of I was drawing doodles with markers in a journal, and the guy I sat next to was like, hey, can I join you? And we both started drawing doodles in a journal, and it wasn't until the end of the flight that we were hitting it off, and I was like, man, you're cool, what's your name? It's like, oh, my name's Adam Green from Moldy Peaches. He was playing the show too. I was sitting next to the dude drawing silly ass pictures with markers in a journal, and I didn't even know who it was. But anyways, I got off the plane, got my guitar, got it to the show, was doing sound check, and I realized that from here all the way to here was smashed open. It was like open this wide. The faceplate of the guitar was coming off of the guitar neck. I don't know if you can still see, but there's like these little cracks from here. You see all that? That was all open, like by this much. They had smashed the guitar. The case was just absolutely demolished. I have no idea how I didn't notice it when we picked it up at the airport. But we were about to play this show, and my guitar was just hurt. It was such a sad scene. But I played the show, and it turned out to be one of the best shows of my life, best nights of my life. Sometimes you just gotta crank through. What's up, Kev Tierney? So yeah, guys, hit me up with any questions, anything folk guitar related, any questions about the masterclass, the Folk Guitar Masterclass. that I am releasing. Enrollment for that closes tomorrow night. We just added the home recording jumpstart workshop as a bonus for anybody that signs up with that. One day some God got bored, decided that I would be, made me a home on a snow-blind empty page in her diary. What's up, guys? Thank you for joining. I'm James. Guitar Lessons with James. Feel free to drop any questions in the comments there. I'm here for you. Anything folk guitar related? Any questions about the Folk Guitar Masterclass? Or if you are, just more comfortable with, you could just drop. If you're more comfortable just dropping the word masterclass in the comments, and I'll be sure to send you a link or hit you with the DMs, so if that's an easier way. Kev, I need to remember to hammer on more, add so much color to chords. Yeah, it's such an awesome technique. It's like a cheat code, and it's so iconic for the singer-songwriter folk vibe. And the reason I say cheat code is because it allows you to add so much more melodic and rhythmic texture to your chord progressions without having to do more with the right hand. You know what I mean? It's just like there are more notes going on, so it sounds more active. But hey, everybody, cheers. It sounds so much more active, but you're not doing anything more. You know what I mean? It's just like you strum down and you hammer on, or you pull off, or you do the combination. And I'm just doing downstrokes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1. I can't count while I'm talking. You know what I mean? It's just so awesome. It doesn't require extra effort with the right hand. It's not really that much more complicated. So yeah, I'm with you, man. Those ornamentations are key. You'd think that we had talked about this earlier, but the ornamentations, folk ornamentations, is one of the 5 pillars that I cover in the Folk Guitar Masterclass, from hammer-ons to pull-offs to integrating them at various rhythms and speeds with strumming patterns, and also how to write your own lead melodies while you're strumming, because it's one of those awesome things where you can do a little bit of a lead melody. Just like those simple little things. But, there's a code to it. There's a system to learning it. So that is the folk ornamentations pillar of the Folk Guitar Masterclass, and there are 5 pillars to it. Expressive strumming with a pick. Kind of elevate yourself out of the basic, you just learned, you learned one strumming pattern and you kind of feel like you're stuck there. And there's the folk ornamentations pillar, which we just talked about, with hammer-ons and all that sort of good stuff to add your chord progression, add melody and texture and rhythm to your chord progressions. There is the folk chord voicings pillar, which covers how to do different shapes for chords. So basically, how do you replace these basic open chords, these cowboy chords, which there's nothing wrong with these, majority of your song will probably be these, but when you reach for something else, you are going to be super stoked that you have them. Or how to replace those chords. So that is the folk chord voicings pillar. Then you've got Travis picking, of course, that iconic bouncing bass, alternating bass. That feel that's just like inseparable from folk singer-songwriter music. That's another pillar. And that one goes from the basic pattern all the way to how to add melodies to your finger picking while you pick the chords. And then the last pillar is expressive finger strumming. And that has to do with pulling the most rhythm and emotion that you can by using your fingers with a specific technique of it kind of recreates the feeling of like almost like a drum kick and snare relationship. And those 5 pillars, I mean, there's so much more, obviously, to learning folk singer-songwriter guitar. But to me, and the thousands of private lessons that I've done and just releasing music over the last couple decades and touring and through this Instagram page, those 5 pillars are the things that I find myself teaching over and over and over again. Those are the techniques that people are the most hungry for and they want to know. And they're the techniques that I feel get you that nostalgic, beautiful singer-songwriter folk sound. Again, that's expressive strumming with a pick, folk ornamentations, folk chord voicings, Travis picking, and then expressive strumming with your fingers. And those are the 5 pillars that I cover in the Folk Guitar Masterclass. And if you've got any questions, just drop the word Masterclass in the comments, and I can send you a link after and get you some info on that. Enrollment closes on that in about 27 hours. I don't know. It's midnight Pacific time tomorrow, and it will be closed until 2025, a couple months into 2025. And I just added a new bonus to it, the home recording jumpstart workshop, and it's for solo singer-songwriter guitarists to learn how to go from basically zero recording knowledge to being able to track and release awesome sounding songs and tunes that are just, they're ready to put on Spotify, or they're ready to share with your friends and family if that's more your vibe. Or if you write for other people or you just want to create awesome sounding demos for yourself, it teaches you how to create songs that you can really feel proud about the recording quality of. So, all right, guys, I'm going to hit it here. Thank you for everybody who joined. Just, I'm sorry I was blabbing and playing and talking and want to wave to everybody. But so if you've got any questions, feel free to DM me. Guitar Lessons with James. I'm here for you. All right. Have a great night.